Hello students, in the previous video we already discussed about introduction to switching and circuit switch network. In the present video I'm going to explain packet switching concept. So in packet switching concept there is no term called as resource allocation. So in the case of circuit switch network we consider that the resources are allocated in advance before sending the data. So, but the meaning of there is no resource allocation means that there is no reserved bandwidth on the link. That means we are not reserving the bandwidth before sending the data, as well as there is no scheduled processing time for each packet. The resources are allocated on demand. So whenever the data need to be transmitted, then only we can on demand the resources are allocated. So the packet switch network is subclassified as datagram network and virtual circuit network. So first so this is just simple example of packet switch network and how the entire message is divided into packets, and those informations are transmitted via different nodes to reach host 2, that is nothing but the destination. Once again the received messages are rearranged at the destination. So we'll take datagram networks. In data communication we need to send messages from one end to the another end. If the message is going to pass through a packet switch network, so it needs to be divided into packets of fixed size or variable size. The size of the packet is determined by the network and the protocol. So for example, if you are having system A which need to be transmit the data like some information, and that information is divided into 4 different packets like 1, 2, 3, 4, and those packets are randomly sent through the network, and the packet 3 and 1 adapt one particular path to reach the destination, and 2 accepts some other path to reach the destination. Similarly, the packet 4 will adopt some other path to reach the destination. The final agenda is to receive the entire information at the destination. So the end system X will receive the data, and once again the data will be rearranged to get back the original information. So in the case of circuit switch network, we considered setup phase, data transfer phase, and tear down phase. But in the case of datagram network, there is no concept of setup and tear down phases. So instead of that we are using routing table, so which holds the entire information how the data can be forwarded or transmitted in the network. So the routing table consisting of destination address, output port, etc., those informations. So in the case of datagram network, each switch or packet switch has a routing table which is based on the destination address. The routing tables are dynamic and are updated periodically. So periodically the updation is required whenever there is a modifications or whenever new packet comes into the network, and so on. So next comes the destination address. When the switch receives a packet, this destination address is examined and the routing table is consulted to find the corresponding port through which the packet should be forwarded. So the destination address will be present in the routing table, and the routing table will be checked via which particular port, that means which output port is free, so that the packet can be traveled via with respect to that particular output port. So next is efficiency. The efficiency of a datagram network is better than that of the circuit switch network. Obviously, why? Because we are allocating resource whenever there is a packet to be transferred. So next is delay. There may be a greater delay in datagram network. Why? Because we are not allocating the resources in advance. Although there is no setup and tear down phases, each packet may experience a wait at a switch before it is forwarded, because we are not at all allocating resources in advance. So the total delay we can compute, for example, the packet travels through 2 switches. We consider this as scenario. So we can consider 3 transmission delays, that is 3T, in order to transmit from A to B, and as well as 3 times the propagation delay in order to travel through the switches as well as 2 waiting period. So each and every piece of information need to wait at switch level 1 as well as switch level 2. So we can ignore the processing time in each switch. Therefore, the total delay can be computed as 3t plus 3 times propagation delay plus waiting time W1 plus W2. So this is just packet switched network in WAN or internet.